Hello everybody, welcome back to Vintage Story. Today is going to be quite a fun episode, unlike last time where we just wandered around and looked for bees. Today I'm going to show off one of my mods because I think it is pretty sweet. It is the Primitive Survival mod. You can get this mod on the Vintage Story forums. If you go on there, you just go under mods and it should be somewhere in there. If you just keep on scrolling and go through the pages, it should be in there. It's pretty popular, so it should be on top somewhere, I would imagine. This throws in a variety of things, but my favorite thing that it added is probably fishing. So today I am going to show you how to fish, and I'm going to show you how to make some hooks. If I can find the hooks, there they are in my mold rack. Let's just throw the mold right there. It is just like any other mold, but it has hooks, so it's pretty cool. Let me see. I do have a hook over here somewhere. You know what? I'll just make some new ones. Why not? Let's make them out of copper. I'll just cook this up really fast. I made some more torches because I actually jumped in some water. We are also running low on charcoal, so that stinks, so I'm gonna have to get that pretty soon. I am just letting this get up to temperature with the peat, and then I'm gonna throw some in here. I don't know if that actually helps. I assume it does, because that means it's already hotter and it doesn't have to cook in order to get to that temperature. So I assume that does help if you cook some peat first. This shouldn't take too long just because I'm smelting only 20, and this takes, yeah, 100 units of metal. So we're gonna just let that do its thing and put this, actually that's not where it goes. I should put stuff away. I'm too lazy. Put that away, and still cooking already. I am going to try to find some worms. This is a pretty cool, I assume this still works in the winter because it is a mod. I assume they wouldn't change how that works. But if you just go around and pick things up, you can actually find worms just crawling on the ground. I do believe I have some worms stored if I can't find any. But this is how you do find them if you do have this mod and wondering how you get them. Well, I failed. I couldn't find a worm, so that's too bad. I do have some in storage somewhere around here. Let's grab this stuff over here, and then we're just gonna pour it in here just like any other mold. And you do get multiple hooks, I do believe. So that's pretty sweet. Let's put this down over here. And let's try to find the worms. Oh, there they are. They're in my random chest over here. Let's see if we can put one down. There we go. So this is what they look like when you pick up a stick. But usually, oh yeah, there they go. They can move and everything. So that is a pretty cool mod right there, if I do say so myself. And we have to have a free hand in order to pick them up. I do have quite a few worms, so that is handy. I am going to show you what happens over here. You have to make one of these poles, and that is pretty simple. What's it called? A stake. So we should just look up a stake. There it is. And you just need a stick and a knife to make a stick, or one of these stakes. And then you can also make snares, which I have not tried, so maybe we should try that next because that sounds pretty sweet. And you put the rope, I do believe, attached to this stake, and you put the line on the rope. And actually I caught a fish, and it's probably been on this line for a very long time. So this is what the fish look like. There are quite a few different fish, so it is pretty entertaining to see what kind of fish you get. And this just basically lasts forever. I don't even know if you really need to bait it. It seems to catch fish even if I don't have bait on the line. So I'm not sure if that's just a glitch or if that's designed that way. You can eat these fish just if you put them on the fire. It cooks the fish whole. Or you can chop up the fish, and I think it has the same stats. I don't think it changes it if you chop up the fish. So let's just throw the fish on the fire right now and put some peat on there. And there she goes. This will cook pretty quickly. It doesn't stay fresh for very long. It's kind of like chicken. So let us make a snare next. I had to look that up. And there's that. So we need cordage and a stake. Easy peasy. Let's make the stake real quick. I think it was just like this. Yep, okay. And this is also the mod where I have to get resin in order for the shafts. I think I did mention that in one of my episodes. But again, that is part of this mod too. This did just make it a little bit more realistic, the survival aspect of this game. And then what do we need? We needed cordage. Cordage. And for that, look at all the things you can make. You can make a monkey bridge. I have another mod that actually adds better looking bridges than this, so I'll probably use that. You can make a raft. I don't remember that being there before. I wonder if that's a new thing they added. That's pretty cool. So now you can raft things around in the water. I assume you can raft yourself. I wonder if you could put chests on it. That would be super handy. And then a fish basket, but you don't really need that if you have the fishing pole. So yeah, we just needed 3 cattails. I have some over here. I think we just need 1. Let's just make 1 for now. And then put this rope, the cordage. I don't really remember how this goes. Gosh dang it. Alright, I gotta look it up. Alright, so here is the snare. Let's make this up real quick. I have no idea how this works. I've never made this before, so this will be cool. It's almost night too, that sucks. I'm low, well, I'm low-ish on health. I don't have any heals right now. I don't know. I assume this doesn't have to be next to water. I'm just gonna put it over here since I have all my traps here. There are, I think, maybe 5 boars in here somewhere. I was walking by and I saw a bunch of them. Yep, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 6 over here, 1 over there, so that's 7. A coyote. Alright, so there's 7 boars in here. That's crazy. They just keep spawning back, I notice, every time I kill them in this. But that is a good source of food. I should probably kill them pretty quickly, just in case they despawn or die of malnutrition. I'm not sure if that's a thing, but it should be. I guess we just put this down and we bait it. Can we put a worm on it? Nah. You must need a piece of meat. Does beef jerky work? Nah. Oh, it does. That's surprising. I can't believe the beef jerky actually worked. That's cool. Alright, so that's that. Let's take care of our chickens. I don't have any mods on my chickens, I believe. There is a better farming mod that adds more farming utilities and things like that, but I didn't get that one. Just because I'm not a big fan of growing creatures, just when you can kill them, honestly. You can just go around and kill them all. But let's feed our chickens because I don't want these guys to be sad and not eat anything. I think if you give them food, they're more likely to give eggs, or actually, if they don't have food, I don't know if they will give eggs. Makes sense, I guess. So let's give these guys some seeds. We'll give them the most non-nutritional seeds. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. And I think that is the flax grain, if I'm not mistaken. I think all the other ones are a little bit better. I have tons of it too. I really don't need it. I think today I'm also going to make some bread. Today is going to be more of a just relaxing, and I'm also going to prepare a little bit more for winter because I'm starting to get shorter on food. I'm starting to use up all of my my things, all my fruits and veggies in my storage. So this holds 8 portions each. Ow. Oh, great. Good thing that wasn't closed off there. So yeah, that is how you feed the chickens, and they'll just eat that eventually. You want to make sure you don't have free-range chickens, and you want it to be enclosed and everything, that just because animals will eat your chickens, obviously, and they will escape and probably despawn eventually. So you really want to make sure that you have a good cage. These are about to go bad. Not really sure what you can do with these. You can make a hen box. Oh, okay. Well, you can't actually make these. Apparently, just find them. That's interesting. There's all sorts of things I don't know about this game. Or maybe that's part of a mod. I don't know. Well, I click on the egg, and it literally does not give me any information about what I can make with it. So, well, I must just count as a piece of protein that you can put in your meals. I assume that it's what it's for. I do have all of these, but I hate to get rid of these because I only have, what, 4 of them right now? They are max full. And they're all really good stuff too, I think. Yeah, most of them are max nutritional value, I do believe. So if I am desperate, I can always use those. let's make some bread. And for bread, I need to use a bucket. And I'm not sure, I do have a bucket somewhere because I used it for my tanning. There we go, we have 2 buckets actually. Well, let's just take one and fill it up with some water. You do need water when you're making bread, just so you can make the dough. Ow. How'd he hit me? Jerk. Let's hide in here. And then we need some, I think, grain. Let's use our better grain. Let's not use the flax because that doesn't give you as good as a bonus. Which one's going to spoil faster? All the same, so let's just use rye. So first, in order to make the flour, because you can't just put the grain with the water, you have to put it in this grinder over here. You put that, nope, you put that like that, and then you just hold the right mouse button and this will start turning, which is a pretty darn cool animation if I do say so myself. And this can eventually be automated, I believe, with gears and windmills and things of that nature. So later down the road, I assume we're going to do that pretty quickly now, since this world is kind of running out of things to do that I haven't done yet. So I think I'm going to start automating things and start getting a little bit more advanced. Maybe work on steel. I'll try to look up and see how to make steel, since that is a recent development. I'm not sure how to do that. And I guess I'll see you guys once this is all done, because this is actually kind of a slow process. Okay, so I don't have this kind of time, so I'm just going to finish up this last little piece and call that good. I'll finish that later. So we just put the rye flour in there, and then the water bucket next to it, and then we get raw dough. This bread is actually one of my favorite type of foods, besides beef jerky, because beef jerky is pretty overpowered. But bread is my second favorite, and it is good for storage. You can store it for a very long time. Oh, our fish is down. That's good. Let's put our worms away. Alright, so let's eat this fish up. It doesn't actually show in your... Oh, it does show on your hand if you just go really fast like that. You can see it a little bit. Hey, buddy. So let's eat this. Not that filling. Fish aren't that good of a food source, but it is pretty cool that you're able to do that. I suppose if you had multiple fishing lines up and you caught multiple fish at a time, you could all cook them together. And our fishing hooks are done. We get 6 hooks, actually. It does seem like this mod wants you to make multiple lines and have sort of like a fishing business, I guess, because they just give you tons of hooks and bait and things of that nature. So they do really want you to go hard on fishing in this mod, which I don't really do. And let us just make some bread. You just put that in the fireplace, and then I assume heat is fine to cook it. And put that in there, and let's light her up. And people keep mentioning that I should push X to move the torch, but that's just so hard for me to remember that stuff, because it's hard for me to talk while trying to remember all the keys. And actually, I've only had a PC for a few months now. Actually, I was using my laptop, and now I actually have a real keyboard, so I am super new to all of this PC business. I was Xbox before, so do give me grace on all of my slow keyboard handling skills, because that really just cannot be helped, because I'm still not very good at a keyboard. I can't do any first-person shooter games. I just die instantaneously. I think we're going to make some meals really quickly so we can just better prepare for the winter, just in case the worst happens and all the animals disappear and everything. Not sure if that's actually what happens. I assume not. You just can't do any farming, so I am actually running shorter on food. So slowly over time, but maybe for next winter I'll use all this stuff. And I do have my extra halbert, and let's put the rest of this stuff away. And let's go out here. Wow, it changed colors yet again. The leaves are brown now. That's pretty cool. I wonder if the leaves are actually going to disappear. That would be pretty sweet if the leaves disappeared. That would be pretty cool, but it does look like everything's starting to turn brown now. Let's go kill these boars. Hopefully they did not What? How'd you get in there, buddy? Is he dead? I hope he's dead. I better get my other halberd. Don't want this to break while... I think he's just sleeping. It says I killed him. I don't remember ever killing a wolf. in my garden. I don't think I ever did. I took his stuff. I wonder if his body floated in here. That's kind of weird. I don't think I ever had a wolf in there die. Odd. There's a drifter in there. I better kill him first. So this, I don't think I have made a meal yet in this game. So this would be interesting for you guys because this is a very cool mechanic that they have in the game. You put the cooking pot in there, which is just made from clay, and then you bake the clay, and then you get this, just like any other thing. And you put the meat in there, and you can actually have 6 max, which I should do. So I need to kill another creature. So let's just do max, because I'm not going to actually store this. You can't put... there is a max amount of servings you can put in these pots. So I think it's maybe 4 servings, something like that, you can put in the pot, and then the rest will be excess. So usually I don't put 6 in. Usually I only put 4 in. But for this, I am just going to make it max, because I'm just going to leave this out and eat it, since I need the food right now. And I need some veggies, which I have down here. And also this bread, I was eating some of it. It actually fills 3 bars of this rye bread. I'm sure this other bread does different stats, but yeah, that was pretty good. And let's put some cabbage in our soup, because who doesn't like cabbage? That actually sounds disgusting. And put some carrots. I do like carrots. I do not like cabbage. Cabbage is probably one of my least favorite meals. Well, yeah, one of my least favorite veggies in the world. So, yeah, not cabbage. But we're going to eat it anyway, because we need it, and this is survival. So we're going to need to make, we'll create 6 servings of red meat stew with boiled cabbage and onion. You cannot use bushmeat in these stews, which is kind of a disappointer. But I guess their method is that bushmeat is kind of pointless right now, because look how it doesn't fill your food bar at all. Considering that beef jerky, I think beef jerky and this jerky, the regular jerky is twice as much more than the bushmeat, and you get bushmeat from foxes and wolves and carnivorous creatures, it seems. So you just don't really want bushmeat anyway. So I guess that's why they don't really want you to make it into soups. Let's just put some more peat on there. It was already hot, so we didn't have to light it. That's probably not going to be enough. Just gotta put some more peat. These do actually take quite a while to cook, so we'll get back to this once this is finished. Well, I was just looking at my recipes over here to see what other mods I could do that might be fun while the food is cooking. You can actually make traps, which I have. I don't really need. I have a mailbox. Okay, that's kind of strange. I don't really need any spike traps because, well, it's not multiplayer, and really mobs don't bother me that much. They don't really come to my house unless it's unless, you know, there's a storm, a temporal storm. So I really don't need these, but just the spikes that you saw underground, that's what that is. I am assuming. I have not made one of those, but that is just another cool thing that we could do. This is almost done. So this is the meal. It actually has stuff inside, and it changes concerning what you have, because we had meat, and then there's our cabbage, and what did we put in there? Carrots or something? I don't really remember. And it has nice little particle effects. So we need a bowl, and put the bowl down, and you grab the hot meal, and then you put it in there, and there she is. And this is, you can just eat this right off here. There is a glitch that they have not fixed, and it's been there for a while. It will show that it has 0 servings. So what you have to do is that you have to, you just basically have to eat it, even though it says 0 servings, and it will disappear. And also, if you grab the bowl and you click on the meal, it will glitch, and it will turn, yeah, you don't really want to do that, because it will just glitch it, and then you can't eat it at all. I don't know if that's just me, but that is just the experience that I've had. But that was before I transferred the world, and there has been a few updates since that has happened. So maybe they did fix that one. That is just a warning. Make sure you go from this bowl into this one, not this one into that one. Got it? Yes, you do. All right. So yeah, these stakes, you can just make like little fences with these stakes. The ones that we use for fishing, that is also part of the primitive survival mod. And I think that's about it for that mod. So I hope you guys enjoyed. We are going to leave it off here. If you guys could leave a like, maybe leave a comment of what I did good or what I did better, or what I could do better on. That's what I should say. I am thinking about doing a live stream. I did try it on Twitch. My name is HG Redemption, all one word, because I can't put a space in there, so that stinks. I made a 2-hour, actually about an hour and a half stream on RimWorld, so if you guys would be interested in that, let me know, just because I don't really have any followers on Twitch, so I'm just kind of streaming to myself, and that gets kind of boring, you know, so I kind of gave up on that. But again, if you guys are interested, let me know if you guys want to see that. I probably will do that once a week if anyone wants to watch that. It is about 2 hours long, so I am pretty committed in that game. And, well, again, thank you guys so much for watching. I am almost at 40 subscribers, which blows my mind. And thank you so much for all of that, and see you all next time.